when it arrives, there's still floor. I mean, this is torn down to a little bit further state. This is down to just the frame, but this still has to go in and be blasted by our media blast booth. But what you have here is you can see this whole interior structure that we're incorporating a wheelchair lift into the stairwell here. And so this is a major redesign to these original car bodies. And so what you'll see here in a moment is we actually have to go in and basically cut out this whole interior section to accept this wheelchair lift. And but from an engineering standpoint, it's a pretty big feat. We have to go in and structurally make sure that the car is got the same strength by redesigning what was originally built to structurally hold up the car. So it's a pretty big endeavor, but it's exciting because it's going to give all patrons access to the car. This is our media blast booth. So all this is we enclose it, and with high pressure air, we blow through the nozzle what looks to be sand, but it's actually steel. It's actually steel grit. And so that blasts against the frame of the streetcar and removes everything down just to the bare steel substrate. Here you can see that the extent that we cut out of that interior part of the frame. It's a pretty invasive change to the structure, right. But like I said, from an engineering standpoint, we went in, we modeled it, we tested it, we ran finite element analysis to make sure that structurally it's going to hold up over the rest of the life of the car. The whole roof that ends up getting basically cut off, and we add a whole new steel roof and steel supports. So what you see here is actually we're starting to rebuild that whole middle section of the car. So you see new support members that are being built in, and then the actual place that the wheelchair lift will be positioned in. So it's really a major redesign of the whole center part of the car. After we go through and we analyze parts of the structure that have been corroded past the level that we deem acceptable, we go through and we replace with new steel. So there's a percentage that we allow that if it goes down a certain percentage from the original steel thickness, we replace with new steel. So that's what you're seeing here. Is this is actually new steel on the car. At this stage, it would have had all of its car body restored at this point. All new steel roof, new steel structure support for the roof. You can see, I mean, it's gone through preliminary paint. So you can see the white paint on the roof, and then just some of the cutouts for the final paint. But otherwise, it will still need to go through final paint at this stage. You can see that they're starting to put the insulation into the roof area, and it's just basically the next stage in the process. They have the subfloor installed, and then still on top of that goes the rubber flooring. Here you have the car that's further along. You have some of the exterior appointments, the windows in the car, you have the roof equipment installed, you have some of the interior paneling that's going in, all of the fisheye lights that are replica. They look like the original fisheye lights, so those are the dome lights. They're actually LED lights, so it's, again, bring that nostalgia look, the original look, but it's really a modern light.
Modern, oh wow.
Yeah. But you can see the wheelchair lift that's actually installed, and it deploys. It comes out from the step well down to either curb height or street height. There's a bit exposed here, but we just have some roof paneling to put in. The panels have already been, they've actually been installed once, and now they're over in paint to get painted, and they'll be installed a second time. So we did the fit up, make sure that everything fits up correctly, and then they went over to be painted, so then they can be finally installed in the car for complete installation. These are the cars that ran on the city streets previously, so that's something special. But what we've actually incorporated are all the modern things that we as riders expect today. So you have your Wi-Fi, you have air conditioning, you have modern propulsion that's going to make these cars super reliable. Really, packaged inside this historical car is a modern street car. So it is really the best of both worlds.